So how do I use Desmos to be able to put in information, some data in of X and Y coordinates and be able to find a linear regression line to be able to fit that data? Well, one of the first things I can do is just type in the word table and it just starts a table for me when I do that. And let's say I know I can actually copy and paste data right in here from a spreadsheet, for example. But let's say I don't have that and I'm just going to put in some X values that I have and I'm going to have some Y values that go with that. Okay, and so I have a bunch of points here. And now I want to create a regression line. I'm going to go down to number 2 here. And we know for a linear regression line, the format that we're used to seeing is y equals to mx plus b. Okay. The problem with this is that I need to tell it that the y that I'm matching this data with is this y, and that it's also this x. So I'm going to type in x1 and y1 in here. So I could type in, actually, I just put a 1 after it, automatically puts it as a subscript. And I put a 1 here, it automatically puts it there. Now, with a regression line, we can't use this equal sign. So we need to actually use, if you look up on your keyboard on the top left underneath the escape button, there's a little squiggly line there. And I'm going to delete the equal sign and put in that shift squiggly line there. And there it goes. It just created my regression line. And it also tells me what the slope is there. The m is the slope, 1.32. And the y-intercept, in this case here, the b is negative 3.64. This doesn't work. This works for actually many different kinds of regression lines. It doesn't work. It's not just a linear. This happens to be the slope-intercept form of a linear equation. We could also do the same kind of thing even for a quadratic equation. If you know what the form of a quadratic equation is, which is in standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, we can find some points, find a quadratic equation regression line that actually follow those points, and it will tell us what the a is, the coefficient of the x squared term, the coefficient of the x term, and the constant term, all to be able to plug back into that equation. A couple more helpful things to know would be if you are trying to find a particular value on the line, all you have to do is click somewhere on the line and you can drag and you can find, let's say you wanted to find when x equals to -2, what the y value is. It will tell you that just by simply clicking and dragging along that line. So that to find a value for a particular x value or even a particular y value, that can be a useful tool. We can also even click and drag some of these points around here. If I click on the points here and hover, actually do a long click, then it gives me some options. I can do a drag, and that allows me to drag some points away, so I can move things around. And when I do that, that changes the curve as I go. So those are just a couple of things that might be useful to you.